Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day, Rusev Day. Yeah, man. Happy Miro Day, everybody. Happy Miro Day. It's 9/11 Day, but Happy Miro / Rusev Day, everybody. Yes, Miro, aka Rusev, is now all elite with all elite wrestling, man. And I love it. I love it, man. WWE dropped the ball on this guy so much. So much, man. Now he's in now he's in all elite wrestling. Now he's with Tony Khan and the Bucks and yeah, man. I like it. I like it, man. Rusev, Miro, the best man, now in AEW. I like it. Absolutely like it, man. I'm Nick Fiore. I'm Nick Fiore. This is the Furious Nation channel right here on YouTube. And this is your AEW Dynamite review from this past Wednesday on September the All Out was kind of disappointing. Could have been better. It was good, but could have been better. But AEW Dynamite this week, they had to bounce back after that. I mean, it was a good wrestling with the All Out pay-per-view this past Saturday. It's good. It was good wrestling, but it could have been a lot better. But Dynamite had to bounce back this week. They had to bounce back this week, and they did just that. And I thought it was a good show, man. Not great, but it was definitely a good show. Definitely Night Raw, I'll tell you. And by the way, AEW Dynamite, and also congratulations to AEW. 1 million plus viewers. So, Tony Khan, AEW, I want to say I'm Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel, and Tony Khan and AEW. Hope you're watching this, but congratulations to you guys for getting 1 million plus viewers with AEW Dynamite, and really, really happy for you guys, and want to say congratulations. Ah, man, nice and refreshing. Absolutely nice and refreshing. And really good show with Dynamite this week, man. I'll tell you, we got some good tag team wrestling. We got some decent stuff. They got the show loaded up for next week. NXT and AEW both look really stacked for next week. AEW's got their anniversary show next month, too. Jon Moxley and Lance Archer for the AEW World Champion. But I'm going to get my thoughts on that later on with this very video. But Dynamite was pretty good in my opinion. Much better than Raw. Much, much better than Raw. And man, oh man, Vince McMahon just didn't want to push Rusev, man. And they let this guy go. Now he's in AEW. He's going to be an even bigger name now. And I wonder what Vince is thinking right now. Now Vince is going to be really, really begging hard to get Rusev back. But Rusev's going to be a big star. I'm really happy for Rusev, and really, really happy for the guy. He's going to do good there. He will, in my opinion. But Dynamite, we had some newsworthy stuff. We had Jon Moxley and Lance Archer and their stuff, and MJF and Wardlow. Though I'm going to give my thoughts and my criticisms on that of MJF and Wardlow. They're not right now at all. My opinion. Well, that's my opinion on that, but we're going to discuss that later on with this video. Moxley and Archer, going to give my criticisms on that. Should be a good match on the anniversary show, but I think because AEW's next pay-per-view is in November is Full Gear, I think Archer and Moxley should have been for Full Gear. That's just my opinion on that, but they're doing it for the anniversary show, but still think they should do it at Full Gear, but they're doing it on their anniversary show next month in October. TNT channel, so that is that. We got some stuff with Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix and Eddie Kingston. We got some stuff with Hikaru Shida and stuff, and Chris Jericho and Jake Hagar, aka Jack Swagger. But we're going to go over all that with AEW Dynamite review with AEW Dynamite this past Wednesday on TNT. I'm Nick Fiore, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. And we're going to get started with the AEW Dynamite review for the Dynamite this past Wednesday. Now, before we get started, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at FioreNick579. Remember to follow me on Instagram at NicholasFiore2014. Also, you can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like, over on Facebook.com as well. I'm also on Facebook. So if you'd like, you can add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. It's not required, but the option's always there for that. And remember to hit that bell for all notifications with the videos coming from this very channel. And that is that. Let's get started with AEW Dynamite. With AEW Dynamite from Wednesday, September the 9th of 2020. Let's get started on that. So show starts off with Tony Schiavone, and he's standing outside, and both MJF and Chris Jericho then enter the major friendly pleasantries as both talk about the travesty in one another's matches from AEW All Out this past Saturday night at Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Then as MJF and Jericho exit, the camera then goes to split screen, and we see the two walking away from one another, saying to themselves, "What a loser." That was funny. MJF, man, good heel, man. Good heel is MJF. Jericho, we all know Jericho's one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. And MJF, man, him as a heel, that is how you play a heel. And Baron Corbin should really take notes. Corbin is go-away heat. Corbin's not a good heel. Baron Corbin's a one-trick pony, and he sucks. And he's not a good heel. He's go-away heat. And Baron Corbin is booed for the wrong reasons. MJF's booed for the right reasons. So Corbin should really take notes because MJF heel, and Corbin should take notes from MJF of how to be a good heel, because Corbin is go-away heat, and Corbin is booed for all the wrong reasons. That's my take on that. So then we go the first match of the night. We get the Lucha Bros, Pentagon Jr. and Rey Fenix, who I like a lot on Wrestling Today. The first opening match, they face Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. And I want to say this. Jungle Boy growing on me lately. He is so damn good at what he does when he gets inside that ring. Oh my God. A while ago, he fought Chris Jericho in a good match. And after that, he's gotten better and better and better and better. And I'm really, really happy for the guy. And the thing is about Jungle Boy, he's only 23 years old. He has an entire career ahead of him, which is amazing. He's only 23. So really, really happy for that guy, man. And Luchasaurus, me and two, like 6'6", 270, and he wrestles like a Rey Mysterio or Mustafa Ali or Eddie Guerrero, guys like them. Man, Luchasaurus is no slouch at all, and he's another good one too. Pentagon Jr., Rey Fenix. What can I say about them? Two guys who really know how to fucking wrestle. And Rey Fenix looks very similar to Rey Mysterio. Now imagine, like, well, no matter the promotion, Rey Mysterio, wherever the promotion may be, take my fucking money. Take my fucking money. Same thing with Rey Mysterio versus Pentagon Jr. Another big time money match. So let me know what you guys think about that down in the chat. Rey Mysterio versus Pentagon, Rey Mysterio versus Rey Fenix, whether it's AEW, WWE, or New Japan, or Ring of Honor, or anywhere, wherever the place may be, with those two dream matches. Link on all that down in the chat. So tag team match, Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express. So Jungle Boy. So both teams do some really good combo moves in the ring, really good double team moves in the ring. some nice arm drag stuff and flips from Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. and Jungle Boy. And Luchasaurus does some really good stuff in this match too. Is so stacked and so good, so much better than the Raw and SmackDown tag divisions, especially Raw when you have the 2-team division over on Raw. Man, oh man, some really good stuff here. The AEW tag division right now. So Jungle Boy and Ray Phoenix jock for position, and Jungle Boy flourishes with an impressive arm drag. Like I said, utilizing the ropes. So, especially the beginning of this match, some really, really good back and forth stuff. Really happy to see what they're doing with these guys in AEW right now. Really happy with that. So then there was another spot where Pentagon and Phoenix do like a not a cartwheel, but like a wheelbarrow, then like Splash or Bulldog double team from Pentagon and Phoenix on, I think it was Jungle Boy in the ring. Really, really good spot there. And Lucha then catches Luchasaurus then, he catches Ray Phoenix on a springboard and delivers a massive choke slam, which looked awesome, man. Which looked really, really awesome, man. And he nearly gets the win on that. But Pentagon breaks up the count after 2. Then Phoenix springboard headbutts Luchasaurus. Then he gives Jungle Boy a gory drive, which looked nice. It's Luchasaurus with a sling blade and then a backstabber on Jungle Boy. And then a double team package pile driver gets a very near fall on Jungle Boy, but the Lucha Bros, but to the brothers' surprise, he kicks out. And Jungle Boy catches Phoenix in a mid double team maneuver to roll him up for a sudden 1, 2, 3. So the Lucha Bros. So yeah, Jungle Boy catches Phoenix in a. So then, Jurassic Express wins this match. My bad. So Pentagon and Ray Phoenix argue. And then as Butcher and the Blade come in to play the Peacemakers here. Then Eddie Kingston has the mic. He cuts a promo. He says he's here for them. Eddie Kingston then says that they should be together and united. Eddie then demands the brothers to shake hands, Lucha Bros to shake hands, and Penta shoves Ray instead. Ray offers it, and the 2 hug. Eddie then notes that he was never eliminated from the Casino Battle Royal. And then, quote from Eddie Kingston, "Look up the rules." Then Eddie says that before winking at the camera. So this could be interesting, man. And I'm like what Eddie Kingston. I remember watching Eddie Kingston House of Hardcore at a Northeast Wrestling indie show back in late 2012. Man, the guy's good. The guy's good at what he does. No slouch at all, and I'm happy he's with AEW. And so I'm looking forward to what he's doing with I'm looking forward with him with what he's about to do in AEW soon. Should be some really good stuff. And maybe they add him involved with Moxley, Archer, and MJF. Who knows? So could be interesting, but let me know what you guys think on that down in the chat. And this with AEW Dynamite from this past Wednesday. Then we see Jake the Snake Roberts and Lance Archer in the back alley. And so it's raining out. And then Robert says that then says to enjoy being wet, and says Moxley will piss himself when being confronted by the Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer, the real monster among men, by the way, not Braun Strowman, by the way, guys. About it. Again, Braun Strowman, he's no monster among men. The real monster among men, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, and Luchasaurus, not Braun Strowman. Sorry, guys. To all you Braun Strowman fans out there, Braun Strowman is not the monster among men. I'm telling you that right now. So then Matt Hardy comes out and he's shown backstage cutting a promo. all out. Really nasty concrete head first to the concrete concussion, scary spot to Matt Hardy. Really scary stuff. And so Matt Hardy, thanks everybody, and I'm happy Matt Hardy cut a good promo here. It was genuine, and I'm happy, and I'm really glad Matt Hardy's okay, and because that spot of All Out looked scary and unacceptable, and really, really glad that Matt's okay, and he's gonna be all right. So happy about it. So then Matt says that he thanks everybody, then said Saturday suffered a very scary fall and know that it frightened a lot of people, including me, and a lot of other people and everybody. So he thanks everybody for that outpour of support. He's very happy to stand in front of everybody and tell them that he's expected to make a full recovery. Good. Really, really good. He'll be okay, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Matt Hardy. He then shows Rebby his newborn baby in the crowd, which was nice. He then apologizes to his family and apologizes to the fans. Matt then thanks them for their support. Then he said the Broken Rules match didn't turn out the way he wanted. He says he's going to get healthy, and when he does, he plans to chase his first AEW championship. He then notes that private party in the he then notes private party in the crowd. He says pro wrestling is his love and passion. His journey is nowhere before exiting. Really good promo from Matt Hardy, and like I said, happy he's okay. After that concussion spot, that was really, really scary, man. I hope they never do something like that, and I hope AEW never does something like that ever again, because that was really, really scary, and Matt could have died from there. And I'm really happy Matt's okay. So that's all I have to say on that. So then we go to the next match, and Orange Cassidy, the AEW R-Truth, and imagine wherever the promotion may be, a tag team with Orange Cassidy and R-Truth. Fucking gold, man. Absolutely fucking gold, man. They would kill it as tag team. They get super over, and I think that would be awesome. That's my take on that. So, with this match, bell rings. Evans gets on the apron to distract Orange and before tying Cassidy up. Then arm wrenching, but Orange Cassidy reverses it. Then he goes for the pockets, but Orange locks the fingers and stretches. But Orange locks fingers and stretches. Orange Cassidy frees himself and goes for a swinging DDT, but Angelico ties himself in a modified crossface. Then Orange Cassidy makes it to the ropes. Orange then gets tossed into the corner, but he tumbling top forearm. Then he hits Angelico in the ring with a swinging DDT. Then the Orange Punch, or the Superman Punch, shades of Roman Reigns, and Orange Cassidy gets the win. Then after the match, Santana and Ortiz then beat Orange Cassidy down with the now familiar baton. Then Best Friends come out and make the save. Chuck gets on the mic. He says that this is challenges. He then challenges to a parking lot brawl. Trent tells them to take that apology and shove it up their asses. Then they say they're coming to hurt Santana and Ortiz to make Trent's mama proud. So, parking lot brawl should be really good stuff. Let me know what you guys think of that down in the comment section or the chat, this live review video. And I think it's going to be really, really good. I think these guys are going to kill it and forward to it. So, and Orange Cassidy on the rise. I expect him to be an AEW World Champion either this year or next year, but happy for him. And he's only going to keep rising and rising and rising and rising up the ranks. So, very, very happy for Orange Cassidy. And like I said, he's one of my favorites currently in all elite wrestling. And he's literally that guy that, with him sticking his hands in his pockets, he's literally that guy that's like, he gets himself organically over by basically doing nothing. Is so good. And another YouTube channel or another podcaster, Salamonster, right here on YouTube.com. Orange Cassidy almost looks like Salamonster. No offense, but he almost does. But and hope you're not offended, Salamonster, and I hope you're watching the video. Good shout out to you, and I want to say what's up and how are you, and hope you're doing well. So, I want to say a good shout out to you, Salamonster. Hope you're watching. But anyways, man, it's an AEW, and I totally expect him to be a world champion in AEW whenever that may be, and it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Then we go to Alex Marvez, and he knocks on the door of the Young Bucks, of the Young Bucks locker room. After thinking they're not gonna answer, they do, and then they super kick Alex in unison, the double super kick that the Young Bucks do. And Excalibur then notes that you can't do that or going down a dark road. So the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson of the Young Bucks as heels. I think I'm gonna like this, and they're showing a new dark side, and I think it's gonna be great. And Young Bucks, they can be faces, heels, tweener. They can do all three personas, but this heel turn, I think it's gonna be some good stuff, and I'm looking forward to what they're gonna be doing with the Young Bucks now as heels in AEW. Should be some really good stuff, especially with the AEW tag team division. Tony Schiavone out of the ring before introducing the best man. Then out comes Puff, a Twitch subscriber. Then he comes out elated, and Kip says that Puff misunderstood him, that he was the best subscriber. Then Kip kicks him to the curb, which was funny. And then out comes Brian Pillman. Kip then also said, Brian, you're the best man. And said it just to get him off his back. Pillman then leaves, and it's Rusev, a.k.a. Miro. Rusev Day, Miro Day. And Rusev / Miro makes his debut in All Elite Wrestling officially. Really happy for him, like I said earlier in the video. And yeah. So I discussed already what I think about Rusev and AEW. That was earlier in this video, but that is amped up and gets the crowd going heavy, chanting Miro Day. So for those saying, oh, Rusev Day's not over, or he never would have been over at WWE, or he would never be over anywhere. Yeah, sure. Just like those same people that think, oh, Braun Strowman is better than Rusev, or Braun's more over than Rusev. Yeah, right. Keep thinking that. So the Miro Day chants are going down, and their fans are chanting that big time, heavily and loud. Then Rusev / Miro says that it has a good ring to it. 10 years in the same house, under the same glass ceiling, with an imaginary brass ring. He says you can take that brass ring and shove it up your ass. So, shot there, Vince, and it's pretty much this to Vince McMahon. And Vince had him in WWE, and he totally dropped the ball on Rusev big time in AEW, and he's making Vince pay for what he did to him in WWE, and now Vince thinks that he sees nothing in Rusev. Rusev's now going to prove him wrong. He's like, okay, boss, you don't believe me? I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to prove you wrong. Then you're really going to think, man, was I wrong about this guy? That's what's happening here with Rusev now in AEW. And it's like, okay, boss, you don't think I'm good? I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to leave. I'm going to prove twice. Then you're really going to think, okay, this guy is good. That's exactly what's going to happen. So then Rusev then says, Elite, or Miro then says, Elite recognizes the Elite. He's not just Kip's best man, but he is the best man. Then he closes it out by saying, my name is Miro, and I am Miro's in AEW, and I need to say it again because I said already in this review video. So that is that. Rusev's in AEW. Really happy for the guy. He's going to do well over there, and expect success for Rusev / Miro in All Elite Wrestling. Then we go to sit down with Adam Page and Tony Schiavone earlier in the day. Adam says that Matt and Nick should have won the gauntlet of him to do any of it, including befriending FTR, aka the Revival. Schiavone then notes that Kenny's anger after the match. Then notes Kenny's anger after the match with Kenny and Adam Page versus FTR from All Out this past Saturday. Where do they go? And then Hangman Page's like, where do they go from here? The Hangman says they had a lot of problems and a lot of victories. This is through it. An emotional and somewhat despondent Hangman in this very segment. I don't know who's going to be heel with this Adam Page Kenny Omega rivalry, but whoever's going to be heel and whoever's going to be face, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really awesome. Whenever Omega and Page have their feud, whenever they start their feud, it's going to be so good. Title or not for title, should be some really, really awesome stuff in All Elite Wrestling. And Chris Jericho and Jake Hagar, aka Jack Swagger, versus Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss. Nothing really special here. It was a street fight, but nothing really special here. Sonny Kiss, I'm not really a big fan of. Now, Sonny Kiss eliminated Jake Hagar in the All Out Casino Battle Royal from Saturday night, and Jack Swagger is a former world champion by Sonny Kiss in the AEW All Out 2020 Casino Battle Royal, and that Battle Royal eliminated by Sonny Kiss. Yeah. My opinion, it's like it's gonna be embarrassing, but Sonny Kiss, I'm not a fan of right now at all. I don't know. Sonny Kiss has got some work to do, but not a fan of Sonny Kiss right now, in my honest opinion on that. I mean, and this match really was nothing special. It was decent. It wasn't bad, but nothing really special. And now the most important thing with this was what happened after the match. So, Inner Circle Jericho and Hagar, when Jericho sprays this Sonny Kiss with the fire extinguisher and allows Hagar to power Sonny down with the Uranagi for the pinfall. So now with this thing, the most important thing was after this match, Jericho has a mic, and he tells Jacksonville that the Inner Circle had a terrible night at All Out. So Jake and Jericho, it's an oddball pairing. I think it's going to be interesting with Jake Hagar / Jack Swagger and Chris Jericho. Should be really good stuff, and it's something different. It's something new, and honestly, I don't know what you guys think about this, but I think it's interesting. And really, Jericho, he doesn't need to be in the singles division all the time. Jake and Jericho in the tag division, and Jericho, when he was in W teams over there, and successful tag teams over there as well, in WWE when he was there. Chris Jericho Chris Jericho and the Big Show, aka Jericho, Chris Jericho and the Big Show, Chris Jericho and Edge, Raider White J, Chris Jericho and Edge. Other ones, I think pretty much those ones, but Jericho, it's been some successful tag teams in the past in wrestling, wherever the promotion may be, man, and Jericho and Swagger could be interesting, and I'm going to give this team a chance, and this could be really good, and that adds another tag team to the already stacked tag division right now in All Elite Wrestling, and looking forward to it. Should be interesting, and I'm going to give it a chance, but this should be pretty interesting if you ask me on this. Then we go to Backstage. MJF fires everyone in on his MJF 2020 campaign. Then he makes his smile, and MJF, the good heel he is, he's like, "You're fired. Get out. Get out." And Man, oh man, MJF a damn good heel, man. Oh man, really good, awesome stuff there from MJF as heel. He knows how to play a good heel. It's MJF. So then Wardlow then calls MJF third, who flips out, and then MJF flips out on Wardlow. This tension, but then MJF reminds Wardlow that he's the one who signs his checks, not Tony Khan. He then asks him one more time if Wardlow has a problem. Then Wardlow says no, then MJF says good, and that they'll find their place on top once more. I don't know if they're breaking MJF and Wardlow up, but they should definitely not break them up. I think breaking them up is a big mistake. MJF on his own will be fine, no doubt. Well, Strowman, but he might be even worse than the current Braun Strowman. But it's like Wardlow on his own is even a good wrestler on his own. That's why I'm saying Wardlow and MJF. Why would you break them up? It's stupid to break them up. Why would you do that? Why? MJF and Wardlow, I would not break them up at all. That's my opinion, but it looks like they're teasing intentions of breaking them up, hoping they don't break them up, but they might. But I hope that's not the case, and hopefully they keep them together. Cutting a promo, he notes that Lance Archer won in the Casino Battle Royal. He notes Lance Archer won in the Casino Battle Royal All Out this past Saturday. Moxley / Dean Ambrose then says to himself, "Son of a bitch." Love it. Love Moxley / Ambrose, man. Doing some really good stuff in AEW right now, man. I will say that. He, however, knows that there's no shortcuts. The only way to be a champ is to be willing to crawl through a industry. Moxley then says that he feels and knows he is unstoppable. Then he then says, when you look at Archer, you may see a monster, but he sees a man. Then, quote, are you really going to go against him? So Moxley and Archer should be really good. I think they should do this full year in November for AEW for their next pay-per-view. But they're doing it at the AEW TNT when you're any good. But I still think they should do it at full gear. But should be a good match nonetheless. And I'm looking forward to this match. And I wonder if Archer wins the title here. But I don't know about that. I mean, he could, but is it worth the risk? But I mean, I'd be happy for Lance Archer, don't get me wrong. But I don't know if they keep the belt on Moxley or give it to Archer. Who knows? But should be interesting what they do with that. With the 1-year anniversary show with TNT and in ring with Tully Blanchard. He's in the ring with FTR, aka the Revival. And they have their celebration of winning the AEW World Tag Team titles from this past Saturday night at All Out. So, watching this segment, this reminded me a lot of NXT Revival. And Adams even said it. It's like if they never even left. And could you imagine titles? Breezango versus FTR / the Revival. Or Imperium versus the Revival. Or Mark Anderson, Flash Morgan Webster versus the Revival. Or the Grizzled Young Veterans versus the Revival. Or Legado del Fantasma versus the Revival. Or Breezango versus Best Friends. Or Breezango versus the Young Bucks. Take my money, man. Take my money. I'd love to see that. I'd absolutely love to see that. So in the ring, Tully calls FTR the greatest tag team in the world. I agree with that. Top 3 best tag teams in the world today. The Revival, the Young Bucks, and the Usos. That's my opinion on that. So then the heat temperature is in the ring. Then Tully then says the heat temperature in the ring was 117 degrees on Saturday. But FTR fought for 30 minutes and they overcame. Imagine being outside in the weather for 117 degrees. Man, that's extremely hot, I'll tell you. So then Cash says that AEW has the deepest and the best tag teams in the world. I agree on that. They may be undefeated in AEW, but they had to fight their way for glory. They then begin to run down teams like SCU and Private Party. Daxton says to everyone that they're the locker room leaders now. Then they go after Billy and Austin Gunn. Austin Gunn's the son of Billy Gunn, by the way, guys. Then they reveal that next week, Jurassic Express will have a shot at beating them next week. And if they do, maybe they'll give them a shot. Then in comes JX into it and says they're here to celebrate tag team wrestling. They feign a toast with the trio, but toss the booze in Lucha's face. Then they clear the ring. Then the other tag teams clear the ring, does the FDR on the outside. Marco Stunt then dumps the cooler of ice on them. So, decent segment here, man. And interesting what they do with FDR / Revival. Now they're the tag team champions right now in AEW. FDR fighting Luchasaurus, was it? Jurassic Express. Jurassic Express versus FDR. FDR should not lose clean here. We all know FDR is winning, but we stupid to have them it's like WWE, especially on Raw, your champions lose clean. That makes your championship and your champions look weak. Not good. Do you expect the AEW to do that? Of course not. Because they get it, unlike Vince McMahon. Who's out of touch, by the way, guys. But anyways, decent segment. I'm looking at AEW. Should be really good. And like I said, this right here, this just felt, and I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. This just felt like NXT Revival, man. Not Monday Night Raw Revival. This isn't the Revival you saw on Raw when they were embarrassed by the Usos and Uzi-Hot. No, that's not that Revival. This reminded me a lot of NXT Revival when they fought DIY for the NXT tag titles at NXT with Survivor Series 2016 weekend in Toronto, which probably one of the best tag team matches in history in pro wrestling. Really, 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 really awesome stuff at the time with DIY and Revival there in NXT. Really, really good stuff. And like I said, this is going to be really good. It's going to be really, really good, man. And interested what they'll do. So then we go to Taz, and he's on commentary. When Taz is on commentary when Darby Allin's music hits. Then out comes Ricky Starks. But out comes Ricky Starks, all emoed out. Then he states that Darby decorates his jackets and his skateboard. Says there's a reason Darby sits by himself backstage, but there's coming for Darby. So Ricky Starks and Darby Allin, whether that's a Extreme Rules match or a street fight, no holds barred, should be pretty cool, awesome stuff. And I think those two guys are going to kill it whenever that time comes. So I'm looking forward to that. Darby Allin, another one that's my favorite in AEW currently right now. Reminds me a lot of like a Jeff Hardy, and for that time comes and whatever that may be. Then we go to the next match. Tay Conti, who is now officially signed with AEW. Congrats to Nara Conti. Tay Conti goes one-on-one with Nyla Rose with Vicky Guerrero at ringside for Nyla Rose. So the start of the match, Nyla quickly comes hammering away at Tay. Mark kick and tries rolling up Nyla for the 2. Then she locks the native beast in the leg bar, but Nyla frees herself with an eye gouge. Then out goes Tay, and Vicky attacks her as we head to the commercial break. Then we come back from the break, and then Conti then goes for a sunset flip before Nyla lifts her up and slams her down hard. JR and Excalibur then note that the Young Bucks have been fined $5,000 each for their actions against Alex Marvez. Then afterwards, falls, so then Nyla Rose wins this match. Decent little match here, but Nyla Rose wins this match here. Then Vicky gets a mic, and then Vicky gets on the mic and yells, "Excuse me, excuse me." The typical excuse me stuff that Vicky Guerrero does. And then Vicky and Nyla then make a motion to attack Auntie further. But then out comes that Hikaru Shida. So it looks like they're doing the Hikaru Shida and Nyla Rose with the AEW Women's title. I think they fought a while ago for the title, and I think Shida won, I believe. But it's like this, and it looks like there's a rematch between the two from a while ago now. My thoughts on that should be some decent stuff. I mean, AEW, their women's division is much better. But anyways, Hikaru Shida and Nyla Rose should be some decent stuff, man. Should be some real good stuff. And I expect Hikaru Shida to beat Nyla Rose and retain. And should be some good stuff. Hikaru Shida, another wrestler in AEW now that I'm high on too. And one of the best Japanese wrestlers in the world outside of Io Shirai and Asuka stuff. Some really good stuff. Yeah. I'm doing a video. Yeah. Sorry, there's someone else in the background. But anyways, Hikaru Shida, Nyla Rose, like I said, should be some decent stuff. I expect Shida to retain. And I wonder what Hikaru Shida faces after Nyla Rose. Let me know what you guys think. Who should face Hikaru Shida for the AEW Women's title after Nyla Rose down in the chat. Expectations upon him that he was supposed to be the top single star, but his pairing with Hangman led him down a different path, says Omega. Then JR asks him, what's next for Kenny Omega? Omega then says the tag division is so deep, and to get where they were, they had to go on quite the journey. Omega then tells he doesn't like what he sees in Page, and he thinks it's time to get back to singles competition. So again, like I said earlier in the video, Omega and Page should be really good rivalry, and I said that earlier with this very video. So then, right after that, the next Caliber reveals that Lance Archer will be getting his AEW World title match against Jon Moxley on the October 14th edition of AEW Dynamite. Then they do a rundown for the card for next week. Then we go to the main event. Now, before we get to the main event, let's look at the chat. Adam, bad news, WWE released over 60 people yesterday. And the other one is AEW's version of Nia Jax, Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose is a better Nia Jax than the actual Nia Jax. I agree. And also, lastly, Adam, WWE released over 180 people in 2020 alone. First 50 on Black Wednesday, then 60 people yesterday, then 70 people today. Vince McMahon needs to retire. 1,000% agree, Adam. 1,000% agree. Then Dustin Rhodes, Brody Lee, AEW TNT Championship. Really, really good match here for a main event. And it just, Luke Harper in WWE so underutilized, man. And Vince just fucked him up. Like Vince dropped the ball in this guy big time, man. Big time. Now Luke Harper is Brody Lee in AEW right now. He's really making Vince think right now, man, why did I let this guy go? Okay, now I'm having second thoughts. Okay. I was wrong. I should have thought. It's like, I should have thought that this guy was good. That's what Harper's making. That's what Harper's, like, Luke Harper's literally making Vince think that right now. It's just like with Drew McIntyre when he was released in 2014. Went to go somewhere else, make a big name for himself. And man, oh man, did he prove Vince wrong. I'll tell you. Same thing here with Luke Harper and Rusev. / Brody Lee / Miro. But anyways, TNT title match, Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Goldust, versus Brody Lee, a.k.a. Luke Harper. For the TNT title. Like I said, really good stuff. So, beginning of the match. Lee turns his back on Dustin. The Natural immediately goes on the attack. Then all spills onto the outside and slams Brody Lee's head off the ropes. And Brody Lee feeds John Silver to Dustin. He gets back in the ring. The bell officially rings. And the fight briefly goes to the outside once more before Brody Lee and Dustin Rhodes trade chops back in the ring. Then Dustin goes the longest elusive 10-punch count and then some. Then hard shots by Dustin in the corner and more. But then Brody Lee further takes it to Rhodes Sand. Catapult on the second rope. Then commercial break, then back from the break. Then Dustin on the offensive with his patented power slam. The Canadian Destroyer attempt by Dustin, but Brody shoves him off. Then Rhodes Then Dustin Rhodes hits a Hurricane Rana on Lee. A Hurricane Rana, yes, by Goldust. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, man. I love it. Absolutely love it, man. So Rhodes hits a Hurricane Rana on Lee before executing that Canadian. 2 count only. And then Brody then looks fucking nuts. Brody V then looks nuts like Luke Harper, like when he was to WWE's like creepy, man. Absolutely creepy, man. I'll tell you. Absolutely fucking creepy, man. So that's what Brody Lee's doing that again. That's still now, but in AEW. So then Brody Lee looks nuts after Dustin kicks out. Then Brody Lee then charges at Dustin in the corner. But then Dustin avoids it and then catches Lee the senton off the apron. Then back in the ring, Dustin then hits his Shattered Dreams on Brody Lee. Power slams an interfering Silver and then smacks Lee back down with a crisp pile driver. Then he almost gets the win, but Lee grabs the rope at the last possible second. Brody Lee getting his arm and hand reaching the bottom rope, so that breaks the count. Match continues. And the two are back on their feet. They trade shots at Dustin, and they trade shots as Dustin downs him with a hard lariat. Dustin then avoids a boss man slam with some hard boots before his signature lariat. Now, before this, or I think it was before this match, and then after it hits the discus lariat for the 3 count on Dustin Rhodes, and Brody Lee retains the TNT title right here on AEW Dynamite. And Brody Lee's still the AEW TNT champion in a good match. Then post-match, the Dark Order come in and they low blow Dustin and take out QT Marshall. So it was after the match that Brody Lee hit the low blow. After the match. Then after the show, there's a segment with Cody Rhodes that he says that he likes to say, "Oh, Baker, go home." Maybe that he's out of the ring. Maybe he should go home. Or maybe not. There's something called a Go Big Show as he kicks it over to host Bert Kreischer. Then Cody is revealed to be one of the judges. And that was Dynamite this past Wednesday. Good show. After now All Out Saturday, good wrestling, but it's a good show. Well, it was a decent show. I mean, good wrestling, decent show, but it could have been so much better with All Out, I'll tell you. But Dynamite had to bounce back this past Wednesday, and they did just that. And we got a good Dynamite with AEW Dynamite with that on TNT this past Wednesday. Good show Wednesday, and they had to do it, and we got a good show this past Wednesday on TNT with AEW. That is your AEW Dynamite review, and that is that. And that is that, and that is Dynamite from this past Wednesday. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this Dynamite review. Hoping you guys liked it. I'm Nick Fiore, the creator of the Fiore's Nation YouTube channel right here on youtube.com. And I will see you later on tomorrow-ish for the SmackDown, September 11th, for the SmackDown review with SmackDown Tonight. And that SmackDown review will come sometime tomorrow. And that is that. Remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button for this video. Remember to hit that bell for all notifications with the videos coming from this very channel. And remember to follow me on Instagram at NicholasFury2014. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. And remember to follow me, FioreNick579 over on Twitter. Again, that's FioreNick579 over on Twitter. And I'm Nick Fiore, of course, the creator of the Furious Nation YouTube channel right here on YouTube.com. And I will see you sometime tomorrow. And Adam will be with me with this, with the SmackDown, September 11th, 2020 SmackDown review. SmackDown Tonight, Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, Intercontinental Championship, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, their rivalry kickstarting with SmackDown Tonight a week ago. And I'm Nick Fiore. Hope you guys enjoyed this AEW review with Dynamite this past Wednesday night. And I will see you sometime tomorrow with the SmackDown review. I'm Nick Fiore. And hope you guys liked this video and hope you guys had a good time with this video here. And I will see you tomorrow-ish, sometime tomorrow, morning or day, sometime tomorrow. I will see you sometime tomorrow, right here in this channel, for the SmackDown review. Talk to you guys later.